Welcome to Schweiger Inc. live show, guys. And this is Everything Blondie and a brand new band that I stumbled across here, Bootleg Blondie, which they are a tribute band to Blondie, and man, are they awesome. And I got a little bit of tribute to Clem Burke, the great drummer for the original Blondie. Uh, he was recording music with Bootleg Blondie, and only by coincidence that the singer for Bootleg Blondie is Debbie Harris. Not Debbie Harry, but Debbie Harris. But I have a lot of stuff to get through, guys, and this is all about Blondie. So I just want to get into it right here. There's a lot here to go through, so stick with me. I did a little tribute to Clem Burke, drummer for Blondie. I got some videos. Let's show that tribute to Clem Burke right now, guys, and then we'll go on with some other stuff. Clem Burke, man, he was one heck of a drummer. As I said, he was spending time before he passed away with Bootleg Blondie, the lead singer and the guitarist of the tribute band. Pretty awesome, guys. I don't know if you guys know this, but I got some collectibles of Debbie Harry on here, her belt that I own. Without Debbie Harry, Chris Stein, and the guys in the band, I'm telling you right now, guys, I don't know. Clem Burke was a steady drum timekeeper for that band, and for decades, they're still going. And that is Debbie Harry's garter belt, guys. It's a prized possession that I have of one of her tours, so that is awesome. So we're going to get on with showing some of these. I have an interview with Clem Burke and some other things here. Yeah, so let's show some of these clips from Bootleg Blondie. Be awesome, guys, I'll tell you. I'll show that a little later. I got so much to go through here, guys. It's not even funny, so they're, I think, in my opinion, and a lot of other people think that they are the best tribute band to Blondie going. Bootleg Blondie, guys. And as I said, Clem Burke was spending a lot of time with them, and they're recording a lot of music together. Before he passed, they were working on a musical over there in London. There's a single they did release together. I don't think he was going to go back with Blondie. I don't know. I'm just saying that, off the top of my head. I'm not really sure. But man, I tell you, looks like her, sounds like her. The band is, Clem Burke was playing drums with this band for quite a while, and they're hanging around in London a lot over there, recording music. The musical there, Bootleg Blondie appeared on BBC One, a special over there. mean, some of these photos of Debbie Harris, her name is not Debbie Harry, but Debbie Harris. Some of these photos look just like, almost like Debbie Harry. I hate like heck to say that, but and they were over at the Cavern Club when they played Bootleg Blondie, and CLEM played at the Cavern Club over there in London, England, where the Beatles played. They're over there live. I just wanted to do a little uh, video here, you know, because I like this band. I'm really loving it. And if Clem Burke liked them, then I like them. And they sound good, guys. They're really good. It's not like they're ripping off Blondie or anything like that. But I'll tell you one thing right now. I didn't think I would ever see a band that could make me enjoy them as much as Blondie has made me enjoy them over the years, the original Blondie. Bootleg Blondie, guys. Kleinberg was drummer for them on a lot of their stuff. Well, let's check out them guys live a little bit here, guys. If you want to see Bootleg Blondie live, then I'll show an interview of Clem Burke. All right, guys, I'm going to play another live with Bootleg Blondie here in CLEM BURKE. Let's get right on to that video. Oh, guys, that was Bootleg Blondie, guys. And Clem Burke was working on new music with them, supposedly a musical in the studio, all kinds of different stuff, working on uh, new music with them. They did do a single and released it, but they were working hard in the studio. He actually joined and became a member with Bootleg Blondie for a little while. They were touring all over the place, live and in London and England. Went to the Cavern Club in England, and played live, and it's pretty cool, guys. I don't know what else he had planned, but he was doing all kinds of other things with them. Was it with Blondie? And passed away April 7th earlier this year in 2025. So a huge loss for the rock world. He was a great drummer. He loved rock and roll. He loved the old rock and roll classics. He loved, his band Blondie. And for some weird reason, he gravitated towards this Bootleg Blondie and liked them. So I'm going to play his interview. I have an interview of Clem Burke, and he was talking about Bootleg of these guys. So let's hear what he's got to say. He was not
doing an interview. I was playing in a, believe it or not, a Blondie tribute band.
Yeah, I heard about that.
Yeah,
Bootleg Blondie or something?
Yeah, Bootleg Blondie.
Yeah.
And then when I was in London at Christmas time a couple of years ago, and these people are friends of mine. Actually the woman Debbie Harris, funny enough, her auntie lives in Laguna Beach and was in Mary Poppins and all. So they come and visit. So they've been to my house, and we became friends over the years. And so I was in London, and I went out to see them play at this recreation center, like a football recreation center, and out in Sutton, out in the south suburbs of London, I think it is.
Yeah.
And they said, "Oh, would you mind?" I had a couple of beers, so they were at the break, they're like, "Would you get up and play a song?" So, yeah, why not? There's a couple of hundred people there. I mean, and I got up. It was fun. People dug it. It was Christmas time. So then into the new year, they got in touch with me and said, "Would you consider being a special guest?
Yeah.
Come up and do that." And I was like, "Well, why don't I just do a little tour with you guys for the hell of it?" Because they have session musicians that they use. They have a rotating bunch of musicians. They're all reading charts. So it wasn't like I displaced the drummer. They used all these different people. So I wound up doing an entire tour with them. And I thought, okay, we're going to be playing in the back room of the pub, like they were doing when I first played with them. And the next thing I know, the second gig was at Shepherd's Bush Empire, which is a proper gig,
Yeah, right.
2,000 people. And was almost sold out, and the reception was amazing. I donated all the money to a charity called Shelter for the Homeless. And it was a lot of fun. But moving on to that, I realized how talented these two guys are, Debbie and Andy. I was going, you know what, we should start writing some original music. So during this lockdown, we've been writing back and forth, and I think we're doing a rock opera about London, believe it or not.
That'd be amazing.
Yeah. We've got 22 songs, and Andy Harris is proper Cockney, lives in Shepherd's Bush.
Yeah.
Anyway, that was a fun thing. I don't know how I got off on that tangent, but
but it reminds me, when you talk about London, I mean, the perfect example I've always said about a band in America that goes to England and becomes huge there first was Blondie.
It was a short interview, guys, but he was talking about the music they were working on together, and it was pretty, whatever they were doing, it was supposed to be a musical. Well, I am a huge Blondie fan, and I have a lot of collectibles, and especially Parallel Lines, guys. Love that album, one of the best albums ever made. So I'm gonna play, show some of these collectibles that I have in my home. And welcome back to XFL Fan Schweiger's Den. And I have been wanting to do an episode on the rock band Blondie for a long time. I have a lot of collectibles from Blondie. Now, they were a punk band that came out of the 70s into the 80s and 90s, and they're still going today. And some people tried to peg them down for a punk band, and sure, they were a punk band, but they were one heck of a band, let me tell you. And I'm talking about the best album out of the punk scene was Parallel Lines. And it's this album right here, and it's the one that really this album is the one that really kicked the door in for those guys. Songs like Heart of Glass and Picture This, Pretty Baby. I mean, there are so many of them on here. Caroline is one of the best albums ever made, I do believe. And this is a really good collection of them, guys. The Platinum Blonde collection, which is really cool. Now, there are songs on there that you would not believe, like Ex-Offender, In the Flesh, Man Overboard, Ripper to Shreds, Dennis, Contact in Red Square, Kung Fu Girls, I'm on the E, I'm Always Touched by Your Presence, Dear, Detroit 442, Picture This, Fade Away and Radiate, I'm Gonna Love You Too, Just Go Away, Hanging on the Telephone, Heart of Glass, Rifle Range, 1159, Sunday Girl, I Know But I Don't Know, One Way or Another, Dreaming, Sound Asleep, Living in the Real World. And on disc 2 is Union City Blue, one of my favorites. The Hardest Part, Atomic, Die Young, Stay Pretty, Slow Motion, Call Me, The Tide is High. And on and on and on. Dragonfly, War Child, another one of my favorite songs, Little Caesar. And it's one heck of a collection, guys. It is really something. If you get a chance to get a good collection, get Platinum Blonde, the Platinum Blonde collection by Blondie. It is really a good collection. I have other collector's items here that it's just so much of it that I have. And this here is something I purchased when she was doing the World Domination Tour, which it is one of her garter belts from 2003, which I purchased. It was one of those items. It's got her name on the garter belt. It's really cool. It's a very cool collectible. I have to show you some of this other stuff that I have, but I can't get to it all. There's just so much stuff here that here's another good collection here that Blondie, Sight and Sound. Which a lot of their hits, and then a lot of the B-sides and other collectibles like that. But really awesome. Let's see if I can show you the booklet here, if I can get it out. This is from the Platinum Blonde collection. It shows images. Believe me, this ain't just another female band, or a band that, this band rocks, man. Let me tell you. All kinds of images. Outtakes from the cover of Parallel Lines. Debbie Harry, lead singer for Blondie, also has gotten some really good films under her belt, where she played in Roadie, she played in Videodrome, Hairspray, Union City, just to name a few of her movies. Another outtake with a white dress on. Very cool, guys, very cool. And Blondie was a very cool band coming out of the 70s going into the 80s. There was a lot of other punk bands there coming out. You had the Clash, you had the Sex Pistols and the Ramones, and a lot of other punk bands coming out of the 70s going into the 80s. But no band stuck out to me more than Blondie did. They, not just because of their hits, but because their stick-to-itiveness, to stick to things. Now this is a solo album that Debbie Harry did called Cuckoo. It's really, it's unopened, and it's really cool, collectible. Another solo album of hers. It just keeps getting better and better with these guys, I'm telling you. But there's some collectible stuff here that I have that I just don't know how to show you. Here's the best of Blondie. And it's got Heart of Glass and Dreaming, The Tightest Eye in the Flesh, Sunday Girl, Hanging on the Telephone, Rapture, One Way or Another, I'm Always Touched by Your Presence, Dear, Call Me, Atomic, and Ripper to Shreds. Two really great albums. And I got a couple, I have signed photos of her downstairs that I did not bring up here. These are just CDs, albums, and singles, and rare photos and collectibles. But someday I'll have to get my autographs out and show you some of them. But I just wanted to show some of these collectibles and Parallel Lines and her garter belt, which is awful cool. And this is some images of them guys that I have framed on my wall. And these photos are right from their fan club. Which I doubt if you can get any more. There's Jimmy Destry and CLEM BURKE, Chris Stein, the official fan club card, the oversized one, which the oversized cards are very rare now. Here's a very rare photo from way back in the early 80s. It's the original artist's first generation print, which is really cool. That's some of my Collectibles of Blondie, guys. And one of the best albums, Parallel Lines. For XFL fan Schweiger's Den. One of the best albums ever made, guys, right there. Parallel Lines by Blondie. And it is awesome. Every song is a hit. So don't forget, guys, I'll have some more collectibles coming up down the road. But if you get a chance, check out Bootleg Blondie. They are one of the best tribute bands to Blondie. There's no better, guys. There's nobody better than this band right here, Bootleg Blondie. They are awesome. And I just wanted to throw in a little CLEM tribute that I put in there a little bit, made a photo of him, 1955 to 2025. He passed away earlier this April, which I didn't say anything for a long time. I didn't know what to say. He's missed, though. I'll tell you right now. I don't know how many times I played them guys' records, and that drum beat, he kept the beat with Blondie, man. He was something else. Hell of a drummer. And I'm going to play that one trailer as we were coming in. The original Blondie, Debbie Harry, Chris Stein, and all of them. I'm going to play that punky type style outro. And then I'll say goodbye and we'll meet again in another episode. All right, guys, I'm going to get out of here. I'm going to have some more live episodes of Blondie and Bootleg Blondie with Debbie Harris, not Debbie Harry. So be looking for those guys, man. Check out Bootleg Blondie, guys. Check out this band. It's the world's best tribute band to Blondie. Bootleg Blondie, guys. All right. It's time for me to head out of here. All right, later, guys.